December 2. The angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for you have found favor with God. Luke 1:30.
Good morning, Sophie. Is you walking with me today? Well, come on, little girl. Come on, Sophie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Day 4. Oh, goodness gracious. It is not. The sun is bright. Jeez, Sophie. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Kentucky. It's going to be like 66 degrees and sunny. I'll take that all day. I know she doesn't necessarily, she's funny. She don't like sunlight. Not because she doesn't like sunlight being out in the warmth. It's because when the sun shines, all of our animal hair, it shines through all of our windows that we have.
I just really like a cloudy day.
Yeah.
I love a cloudy day. It's very comfy.
And you can't see the dust. But we are now making breakfast and getting our day started. So let's do this wild thing. And ever since we've been married, has tried to like coffee. Like, I'll make it for her. We got that nice old Keurig over there so she can have her own fancy coffee. What's the verdict?
I don't like it.
She don't like it. She's a tea person.
I wish I did. I really do. I've tried it all. There is one K-cup that I like. It's a red velvet cake. But, I don't know. I just like tea, so I need to get some tea K-cups. But I also just really like the natural process of filling up your tea kettle and turning it on, so.
It's the hope.
Anybody want a Keurig?
Cinnamon roll delivery time.
Why did I say that? No, thank you. That was way too much.
Oh, thank you.
Honey.
You need a little.
Plenty.
That's
Plenty.
So now that it's winter, our daily routines consist of fire cider shots, elderberry shots, and then our daily vitamins that we take anyways.
And garlic.
And garlic. All right. Bottom lip. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. Oh, it burns so good. So if y'all been around for a while, our consensus is fire cider is a lot like cilantro. You love it or you hate it. I love it. Not so much.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah. If you haven't been around for a while, fire cider is a fantastic immune booster that you can have in the winter months. It's got all kinds of the things that are in there. Yeah, it's in her cookbook. Another thing. Damn, that's so nice to say. And then elderberry. Fire cider is also really good for heartburn and indigestion too. My mom and I, that's like a go-to if we eat like too much tomato, you know? Tomato probs. Take a little shot of fire cider, kills it instantly. That's elderberry tincture. I don't even know how to explain elderberry.
I don't even like this. Like, I hate it, but I'd rather have this than fire cider.
It doesn't bite you like the fire cider does.
Which tastes like dirty socks.
So elderberry tincture is also another immune booster. In the winter, you're not getting a whole lot of vitamin D, sunlight, stuff like that. Your immune's a little down. Also, that's cold and flu season, so you just want to make sure it's in top notch. We like tinctures because it's more concentrated than a syrup, but the syrups are great too. Yeah. We've done those as well. But that's our two main things that we do every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Sometimes I crave this bitterness of the fire cider and a guilty admittance. No, that's not it. How would you say that? Admittance? Admittance. I have a guilty pleasure of 5-hour energy drinks. I know. Every one of y'all are like, oh my gosh, you know how bad those are for you? I get it. I understand. Honestly, a lot of that is not about the caffeine part. That's not what I crave. I actually crave the bitterness that 5-hour energy drink gives me. When it's fire cider season, when she has it on hand, I tend to use it more and not use those energy drinks, which is a good thing too. So all pluses in that fact. But Well, you know, perfect, y'all. You got a vice, I got a vice, you know. Fire cider cancels mine at least. Something ain't right here. Windows open. Christmas tree up. This is unlike us around these parts. All right, breakfast. Well, I don't even know where we left. I don't know. I don't either. Okay, we have been back on Tinctures. We got a lot of them that we've been done. And so now we're taking a break, and Jen is making lunch. What are you making, babe?
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta. So this is her homemade sandwich bread that she had. That's the base of the bruschetta, right? Yep. Cool. And then I am munching on leftover rotisserie chicken while she's doing that. She said, "You're no help right now." I said, "I'm sorry. I'll film." Okay, and here she has cucumbers, tomatoes, red pepper flake, salt. What was the herb? Basil?
Yeah, basil, and did you say red pepper flakes?
Red pepper flakes, and then she's going to drizzle it. Wow, Kat. Drizzle it with balsamic vinegar. Anything else goes in here that we're on right now? Cool.
Nope, I'm eating.
That was good. That was really good. Something so simple, right? It seems so simple, but obviously with the nice little fine ingredients that she puts in there, just enhances a slice of toast bread to a whole nother level. Really good and refreshing. Very light too. You don't feel bleh for the rest of the day. We very much feel like it's spring today. So spring meal. That's a spring lunch.
Pop feather. Pop feather. Pop feather. It's probably one of our animals. Feather. It's probably one of our animals.
Three. There's three of them.
You literally just said.
Hey. Hi, Bessie. Is that nice in there? You like your puddle?
I would like to swim. Can I swim with you?
Tinctures are done.
Well, not really. We have to put the labels on.
Well, we gotta put the labels on, but they're bottled, so that's good. So we're gonna have lavender, lemon balm, chamomile,
And elderberry.
and elderberry. Was it that one more?
Yep.
That was it. Okay. So that'll be there. reminder, they're going to be double the size. They're going to be 2 ounce the sizes. And what we're doing is we're going to take $2 off. So if you would have bought what we always sell, the 1 ounces for $10, if you bought 2 of them, that'd been $20. That would equal 2 ounces. We're going to sell these 2 ounce jars for $18. So you get $2 off buying it in this big size.
And it'll last you longer.
Yeah, it'll last you a lot longer. Instead of just, squirting them down like we say to. So, not ready yet, because we got a couple more things to do, but we wanted to go ahead and explain that. Now, we just found an egg nest in my garage, like the open area of our free-range chickens. That's part of your problem with free-range chickens. Sometimes they choose where they want to lay their eggs. So we just found a bunch of them. Thankfully, it's been cool weather, but some are definitely going to be up. So we're going to show you how you can test it and figure out which ones are old and which ones are fresh. All right, so here are all the eggs that we found.
That's a lot.
And as you can tell, it's multiple different chickens because of all the different colored eggs.
It's about 5 dozen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You serious, Clark?
Serious, Clark.
Oh my gosh. All right, so she's got her bucket of water, and now explain to them what you're going to be looking for.
So I just filled this up with sink water. We're going to do what's called the float test. So we're going to put our eggs in here one by one. If they float to the top, they are no good. They're too old. If they stay on the bottom, like just, like an egg would, like that, then they're good.
That means they're the freshest. They're very fresh.
If they start to float up a little bit, like sideways, like a 45-degree angle, they're going stale. If they go like this, they're pretty much going bad. And if they float, they're the worst. So here we go.
Hey, that's a fresh fella.
Okay.
We'll show y'all a couple here. Fresh.
That's good.
Yeah, it's fresh. Trying to do it until we get to a floater.
We might not. This might be a new spot because we found a spot. We found 2 spots in the old barn.
Yeah.
And they knew that we were taking them from them, so I think they left that spot and then found a new one.
Okay, so far so good. We're gonna fast forward y'all till we found a bad one, if we find a bad one. Maybe. No, good. Well, good news for us. Not so good news for you all. They all laid flat on their side in the bottom of the water.
It's fantastic news because we needed eggs.
Yeah, our ones in the barn are definitely going through a molt. You can tell the feathers when they look real ugly when they go through the molt. But our free-range chickens, they're basically like just now getting into egg laying because most all of them came to the farm this spring. We got them as chicks. And it takes about 6 months for them to start laying. Anyways, all of those are fresh. And it was good to finally find their new hiding spot.
Because they didn't see us taking them. So we're
Well,
just
one did.
Well, shoot.
She's actually the reason I found the second pile. Because I was like, what are you doing over there? And then I got her up and I was like, there's another batch.
Well, we're going to follow them around. If they move it, we'll just follow them and see where the next spot is. But for now, we're going to keep checking those spots.
Yeah, and so if you do have free-range chickens, you can put up a nesting box, but because they're free-range and they have access to a lot of hiding spots, there's a chance they've got a nest or a box of eggs somewhere that you're unaware of.
We do have one well-behaved chicken that does lay in the nesting box.
Yeah, and that brand new one that we got every day. One girl. And I've been putting them in that box like, hey, this is where you're supposed to go. But, part of free ranging, that's what part of that you get. But, hey, a lot of fresh eggs today. Yep. It is our guests' last night here. They have been our longest stayers at our Airbnb. They literally stayed the whole week. They are leaving tomorrow. For you all, that is not Friday. For us, it is Friday morning when they're heading out. So we're having a last shebang dinner. So I'm making my famous fried pork chops, which are like my go-to thing. She's cutting up the raw onion because if you're going to have fried pork chops, you gotta have raw onion with it. And then I'm actually gonna cook up a couple New York strip steaks that we have. Jen's making corn on the cob and roasted asparagus in the air fryer.
Yum.
Being there last night, we are going to have them this good feast to take up there for them to enjoy. We have very much enjoyed their time here and are gonna be sad to see them leave. But that just means now we're ready for you to come. Again, I know we've talked about it like all week, but it's just because it's been exciting and it's been an active thing for us. Go get a book. There's all kinds of open spaces. It is not locked up like
not March. March is booked.
Yeah, March is crazy. And that is one thing to note. So like our price for the Airbnb fluctuates. It does like a smart price like through Airbnb. And so in the winter times, yes, there's less going on the farm, but it's going to show for a much cheaper price. In the spring and summer and fall months, the price goes up a little bit according to Airbnb because that's when people are traveling. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're kind of scheduling that stuff out. We hope to see you real soon. All right, here we have the fried pork chops. Of course, raw onion. Made 2 steaks. This is more of your medium well. Here's your more medium well section that you can choose from. Dinner was fantastic. And now it's day 2. Yeah. Even though it's day 4. Yeah. Okay, so we now have a secondary calendar.
I don't know if we said this earlier, but Raylan ordered this with her own money like a month and a half ago. It took forever to get here. So that's her specific one, but a lot of them come with 2, so they may share here and there. And then now Wyatt's going to take over this one.
Yeah.
So Raylan, go ahead and do yours.
And on one, I got this puppet.
Yeah, because it was a day late. All right, go ahead. Open number 2.
What is in it? What is in it?
Pull it open. Here.
Why do you sound like a goblin right there? I wasn't a goblin.
What is that?
That looks cool. Ooh.
More poppets.
No, it's a simple dimple.
Simple dimple. Simple dimple. I apologize.
What the heck is even that?
Those are pretty cool, Ray Ray. You like them?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your turn. Raised in a barn.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Goodness gracious.
No.
Who built these things? Crossword puzzle.
All right.
Can you do it?
I don't even know what those are.